Police, prison and probation services are known as the Triple P. All three work in tandem when dealing with radicalised and terrorist offenders before, during and after imprisonment. Coordination between police, prison and probation services is paramount, especially today when member states are dealing with an increasing number of offenders being released from prison after serving sentences for terrorism-related crimes. There are also detainees imprisoned for non-terrorist offences who might become radicalised in prison and then released. The RAN Policy and Practice event in Paris on the 22nd of November 2018 focused on how to enhance cooperation frameworks within, between and beyond the Triple P organizations to deal effectively with radicalised and terrorist offenders.
In order, for example, to establish a de-radicalization program in the prisons or to foster a culture of disengagement, we meet with the police or the domestic intelligence service on a regular basis and we exchange information and knowledge.
Alors en France, on a un dispositif qui est, je crois, unique et qui repose sur la présence sur tout le territoire de représentants du gouvernement qu'on appelle les préfets. Et les préfets animent non seulement des groupes d'évaluation et de détection, mais également, donc ça c'est évidemment avec les services de sécurité et y compris de l'administration pénitentiaire, mais ils animent également des cellules de prévention et d'accompagnement des familles avec les structures associatives, éducatives et sociales qui travaillent à la réinsertion.
We have a prison staff officers working in the National Bureau of Investigations, and we also have on the local level prison officers working in the local police departments, in the same premises, in the same rooms, so they get to know each other and it's easy to work together.
Do you work with others outside the criminal justice system, such as NGOs, municipalities or community services? How is this cooperation organized?
For those people that have been convicted of tact offences, when they're coming out of prison, we'll have the multi-agency public protection arrangements where we're pulling together police, we've got the prison and all their information coming in, but we're also again then looking at if there are any child protection concerns and then looking at training needs. And I think the other thing that we're now using is the Desistance and Disengagement programme that the Home Office are running for our de-radicalisations.
In Finland we have a national cooperation forum to prevent violent extremism, and we also have the local forums to tackle these problems. And all these forums, there are people from the different ministries, authorities, NGOs and also people from the communities. And the other example is the exit program for the inmates and people who want to leave the radical movements. It's run by the NGO in Finland, not by the government. And it's good for us because they have a good knowledge how to work with the people, how to decrease the violence behavior, and the customers or clients, they trust NGOs more than the governmental bodies, so it's really good. So we cooperate on several levels with these.
What type of information is the most important to collect and share when dealing with terrorist or radicalised offenders?
For the different prisons and for our probation service, the information that's most important to know is, as a starting point, if at all there is a person with an extremist background. That's the most essential information for those services to have. And ideally, we would be interested also to know to what degree a person has been involved in extremist structures. Because these information, they are absolutely fundamental when it comes to establishing an individualized treatment plan, which is tailored around the needs of disengagement and de-radicalization.
Ce qui est important, c'est de recueillir l'ensemble des informations, des signaux faibles aux signaux qu'on appelle forts, les signaux faibles qui peuvent être des changements de comportement vestimentaires, des comportements d'isolement. Ce sont des éléments à prendre en compte donc dans la nature des informations.
How do you build trust within a triple P cooperation?
If you want to build trust, you of course have to know each other, you have to have a dialogue, but even more, you have to do together things.
There is no single European model for the triple P cooperation. While EU member states are in the process of institutionalizing and strengthening this cooperation, there are also new challenges involving a fourth P, prosecution. But collaboration does not stop with these 4 Ps. It goes beyond the police, prison, probation and prosecution to include local authorities, social workers, NGOs and health services. All contribute to a multi-agency cooperation which is vital when dealing with extremist or terrorist offenders before, during and after imprisonment.